Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to T's Productions. As you guys can tell from the title, today's video is going to be about Apex Legends Season 5. It's been about two or so weeks now since its release, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think about the season, whether it's good or it's absolute shit. Alright guys, without any further ado, enjoy the video. To begin with, I gotta say how utterly shit the launch of the new season was for me. Where I live, the season was released at around 3:30 AM. Maybe that's why I was so irritated when it took me 3 fucking hours to have a 38 GB update on my PC, but honestly, that's not what really pissed me off. When I did manage to get into the game server and the game were completely busted. As you guys can see on the screen, the game included many bugs, such as not being able to buy Loba when I clearly had enough credits for it, or when the legends were locked in the legend selection screen. I don't have footage of that because I gave up recording because the game was so broken. If you don't believe me, check the forums. I don't know why this season was so buggy. The release of the last season was fine and didn't have many bugs and issues at all. Oh, and don't get me started on that hit reg. Absolute trash. They did fix most of the hit reg problems a couple days ago, but it still sucks nevertheless. Alright, that's enough ranting for now. Let's move on to the actual game changes. Alright, naturally, let's start with Thick Girl Loba. Or should I say, the Loot Whore. Honestly, the Loot Whore's tactical ability is kinda meh. When I first saw this ability, I thought it would be like a Pathfinder grapple, but it's not as useful. She takes an eternity to take the goddamn bracelet off her wrist. Whenever I wanted to escape a messy fight, like I would with a Pathy, I would always find myself dead. So I'd say the best use for her tactical is to reposition during a fight or to engage in a fight, rather than try to escape a fight that has gone horribly wrong. Her other two abilities are what makes her the Loot Whore. Her passive is pretty useful, even though it's tough to see what the item actually is from a distance, which I think will become easier the more you play Loba. Her ult though is more of an ease of life kind of ability, and is a situational ult, but honestly, what I love the most about Loba is that booty! I mean, look at that plump, peachy ass. I still can't believe 90 days ago, we all felt sorry for how her parents got murdered by fucking Revenant, and now we're saying how fucking thick she is. Oh my, how times have changed. Let's talk about the map changes real quick. The new Kings Canyon map is solid. I think it's a great change. There are plenty of new locations, and with Skulltown no longer being a location, players are much more spread out, which makes the early game much easier. Also, the addition of charge towers add a unique twist to the game, which is definitely a positive addition to the game. Although, I personally do prefer World's Edge, as it's a much better designed map, but that's just my personal opinion. The Battle Pass this season is solid, with some awesome cosmetics. I can't wait for that level 100 wingman. That's all I'm going to really say about the Battle Pass, because cosmetics are purely personal preference. Okay, onto the quest system. The quest system is great. The first mission was super enjoyable, even though it was way too short. I hope the other quests are much longer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Apex is the first BR game to incorporate co-op into their game, which is a great step for Apex. Finally, let's talk about the legend changes. I have to start with my boy and my main, Mirage. I'm finally proud of calling myself a Mirage main, and can actually take him into better ranks of competitive play without thinking and being completely useless to my team. Mirage is now the legend with easily the highest skill cap for any legend. Amazing Mirage players will cause havoc in the battlefield. His tactical is very versatile and has many different uses now. His passive makes Mirage a better reviver than Lifeline, and is crazy when he has a golden backpack. Being invisible while spawning someone from the dropship is nice, but it's not all that useful to be honest. But it's still way better than what his passive was before. His ult is now much better and can be used much more aggressively than before. The other legend changes are actually very good. I feel the legend roster is currently at its most balanced state. Apart from obviously a few minor changes to some particular legends, and I think Octane also needs a bit of a rework or quite a bit of a buff, because at the moment he's weak as shit. Is Apex Legends Season 5 any good? In my opinion, it is a good season. Apart from the awful launch of the season, the changes to the actual game are solid. We got some changes we as a community have been asking for ages. Like the ability to reconnect to a competitive game after the servers have shit themselves, as they usually do. And the Mirage changes that we have been asking for since the launch of the game. I know there were no new weapons released this season, which sucks, but honestly, I feel like if the team at Respawn take an extra season to release a really enjoyable and balanced weapon, it's worth it. Also, the fact that the season was released during COVID-19 also obviously has an impact on the maintenance of the game and the launch of Season 5. So keep that in mind before flaming me for my wrong opinions in the comments below. That's it, ladies and gents. Let me know what your thoughts are on the new season in the comment section below, and have a great day.